Disappeared. You looked at me with your heart, blessed me with your wonder, and heard my future in your end. So wherever you roam, that's where
So guys, we started to put together the bags for the college kids. We're doing 36 bags. So Bae's gonna tell you everything she's putting in it.
For the college students, because we have so many bags to do, we're doing basically the airhead bags, chocolates, Rice Krispie treats, pretzels, Auntie Annie gummies. Yeah, I'll put probably a little bit more. I just have to see how full the bags are. We needed to go ahead and start. I hate last minute because we have so many different groups that we have to do. It's ridiculous. Plus we have to make sure we have enough to set outside of our house because we won't be home for trick-or-treating, but we're definitely going to leave a big bowl full of baggies, things pre-packed. So we needed to get started so we're not rushing doing it. And for Trey, he will not be home for Halloween, and Rocky will not be home for Halloween. He will be back in college. Trey already picked up Rocky's Halloween shirts and Halloween costume. So probably the week before or the week of Halloween, we will go ahead and ship Rocky's Halloween goodies from the Great Pumpkin. And Trey's Halloween goodies from the Great Pumpkin.
He's barking because she keep calling his name.
Yeah. So I'll come back when we're done.
So guys, we have started to do our You've Been Booed things. Don't mind our TV in the background. Yeah, just wanted to show you guys all of what we got. You guys probably saw this in a haul already. So yeah, but I don't know if we're gonna film putting it together or not. But if we do, you'll see it. If not, you'll just see the after effect, because we like to be comfortable in our house. So yeah, but this is all.
That's why we can't show. This is why we might not film, because your girl is in her t-shirt and her panties.
He's so silly. But today has been kind of a day for us, and it's gonna show in our faces, so I don't think we're really going to be on camera right now. But we did want to come and show you guys the stuff before we started putting it together. Everything that happened today, or that has been going on, will be in a later video, so look out for that. But yeah, we're probably just gonna put this stuff together and then show you guys after. So I'll be back. So I forgot to completely check back in with you guys, but this is the progress that we made. This is 3 families, and then the girls downstairs. This is going to Trey for his friends. We haven't packed his box yet, but this is for the people that he's giving candy to. So hold on. And then we have the rest of this stuff to pack. I think we have a few more families we need to pack for, and we're doing a Halloween party, so we need to pack for that. And then we won't be here for Halloween, so we're gonna set bags outside in case any children come knocking on doors or whatever, so they can be welcome to whatever is in the bucket outside. So yeah, that's our progress. We'll check back in, guys. Good afternoon, guys. The moment that we have all been waiting for or the moment that we have been working so hard to get to is finally here. So hold on, y'all. Let's try this again. Got a call. But yes, the moment that we have been working, buying, shopping, and putting together is finally here. We'll give you guys a rundown a little bit later this evening once things settle down. We are currently awaiting their arrival. The names that we have chosen as of now, it might change depending on their personalities. We don't know, but we have started the nickname thing, so we won't be saying their names around the house all willy-nilly. But we have decided on Ladybug and Little Bear, so you guys will hear those names quite often. But yeah, you gonna talk?
Oh yeah. Sorry, you guys. I'm reading some stuff for work. Yeah, Ladybug and Little Bear. I don't want to say that I'm nervous. I don't feel nervous. I may feel more nervous once they get here. But to me, it's a little like me meeting the children, like when I was getting children on my caseload. And, you know, a little nervous, but not nervous. You know, I'm just going to spend some time loving on them and things like that.
We're stepping in the gap for right now.
Yeah, standing in the gap, being in the gap, being in the gap, a part of the gap. We just gapping this thing. Until we figure things out. Everything's new for everyone. For them, for us, so.
But we'll do a sit down video probably later on this evening if Babe is up to it, because she has been up since cracking dawn. So if she's not too tired, then we will get on camera and talk about everything. But right now I'm trying to get the last little things together for the room before they actually get here, make sure everything is in order, and we'll see you guys probably in our next clip.
She ain't a little bit thick. She thick.
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome back. It's been quite some time since we picked up the camera earlier. Yes, God.
Because we come over.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with the backstory, because every video I keep saying that we're going to tell you guys about everything. So we're going to tuck it all in this one video versus like all of the other videos basically. So we're just going to talk about everything from probably from start to finish. Well, I won't say finish, but from start up until this point. So you guys know that we moved in May officially. Everything was on back order as far as like furniture and all that stuff. So we did not really, even though we had started our classes in the previous place. I think our last class we did here via Zoom, and our worker was ready to come right after we did the class. But we held off until at least their room was finished. We knew that our room was going to be finished because we was bringing over the same stuff. So our room was done, and we wanted the boys and our foster care room to be done before anybody made their appearance. So I think they came, we moved in May. They came about mid-June, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did their first visit mid-June, as far as establishing that, you know, we have, we call it safe and stable home. So yeah, that was the first visit. And I think we had 3 or 4 visits in total? Yeah.
4.
4 visits
because
in total.
remember she had to come back. Well, I don't know if she had to come back, because she didn't come the first day if she would have come the day as the fire marshal, that would have been it.
Oh yeah, but she came. She didn't come the same day that he came. So we had 4 visits in total. We kind of felt like we were at a standstill. I'm not sure how she felt, but I felt like everything was going to go wrong at that point because nothing was moving. We finally did the last visit, and I could tell that something was a little bit wrong with Babe that visit.
My head a little peasy inside. Don't be judging me.
I'm a mother. But yeah, we did the very last visit. That was just basically paperwork for us to sign. I could tell Babe was kind of feeling some type of way that day. I don't know if she's going to get into it right now or later.
Probably not.
Or ever. But yeah, that was finalized. And our worker kept saying, once I turn the paperwork in, y'all should have your license within like 3 days. I've been giving them to her, and she was giving them right back. So when I say she, they mean like the head person that's in charge of licensing. So unfortunately, the lady in licensing, I believe her mom died, so she was out of the office. So that put us at a standstill. Of course, we understood, you know, there's death in the family. Okay, she comes back, and we still haven't heard anything. At this point, Babe and I have started to look on a website that has just free kids that are free for adoption. We already knew that we wanted to foster at least one and adopt one. That was already our goal. Even when we started this whole process, we said we wanted to foster to adopt. So we started looking on the website, of course, thinking that we could use our stuff from this to be able to go ahead and adopt a child off the website. That unfortunately...
And hold on, go back. And why we thought that was because the children on the website are foster children who are already legally free for adoption. That's why we thought we could use our home study.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we found out that we unfortunately could not use the home study from this process to give to the social worker for whatever child that we are interested in, because they're in a different state, one, and then they told us that that home study is based off of the social worker that came here. That is her opinion of us. So we would have to get a whole nother home study done, and those people would have to put the home study in our hands for us to be able to use it to adopt off the website. So if you guys saw our Halloween video where we were kind of packing bags, I think we were packing Trey's bags for his friends, and we were also doing some of the families here that we were going to boo, and we weren't really on camera because we were all in our feelings that day. Yeah, so in that video we were all in our feelings because we have already fallen in love with the child on the website that we were previously just talking about, and we just felt like everything was just getting in our way from getting him, even though we may not be a match for him, you know, but you never know until you try. But I felt like our attempts were being shut down, basically.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how I felt. I felt like,
don't look at me, look at me.
I'm looking down, babe. I felt like we were sought out as good foster parents. We were told that from the beginning. Like really good foster parents. Not that we're so much better, but I guess we were really prepared.
Yeah.
Like maybe, I don't want to say overly prepared, because I just don't feel like you could be
ever prepared, basically,
or overly prepared.
And we'll get into that.
And so, with us adopting, knowing that we already want to adopt one, it would leave just one bed in that particular room, and then we would only have enough room for a baby. And I just don't feel like the agency wanted that.
Yeah.
So this is what they was like, well, it's not that they did not know
that we wanted to foster to adopt,
and that we were looking at somebody already who was legally free, because we told them that from the beginning. And when they was like, well, you can't use your home study, we called around, and I said, okay, it's not a problem. We'll pay the $1,400 to get a private adoption home study done, which that means if we pay that money, they have to hand us the home study in our hand once it's completed. And if we see a child on that website or anywhere, we already have it. We just need to turn our paperwork in. And it just was, yeah, a mess. It was a mess. I want to say it's a mess. I was agitated. I was agitated. Because whether a child is from here or another state, if they're in foster care, they need a home. Right? And I already had done my research. I think Babe was more devastated. Let me tell you, she was more upset than I was, because in the beginning there was a child that my heart was set on, but it was not meant to be, because someone else, she had been matched with someone else, and then
we found another little boy.
No, she was still there. She came back. She repaired back on the site. And then I just said to God, you know, I was being kind of selfish because I wanted her, and I was like, it's unfair for me to want her, and to want her to still be there while I'm going through this process, to hold up her time. So if it's not meant to be, God, just let her move on.
Well, when she first appeared on the website, we were just talking about starting our journey.
Right.
And she was up there for a long time. And then she disappeared for like a couple of months. And then when we started our journey, when we actually started the foster care journey, she reappeared.
And so I was hyped. Y'all know I was hyped. I was like, oh my gosh, she back. It must, you know, it must be meant for us. But then I was looking a couple of months later, I think I was looking, and she was gone again, and you could not find. And it's been over a year, and she's gone. So that just means she's been matched. And I cried. I won't lie. I cried hard. But I healed. So then, babe, I stopped looking. I just said basically, I don't want any girls. We're only going to do boys. And if we get a girl, she would have to be birthed to about 2. But I didn't want any girls older than that. And then for boys, they could be birthed to 6. That's what we had decided. Like that thing I just didn't want any girls after then, unless it was a baby. So then I just kind of, I don't want to say I forgot, but my interest was no longer about the site for me. I just said, well, whatever we get, whoever we get, it's fine with me. If it comes to the point that their case goes to adoption, if it's a good match for us, then we'll move forward. Because if a child is in foster care and they're in your home, if their plan changes from reunification to adoption and there's no family member, then the foster parents have the first opportunity.
Hold this. Let me get the other camera.
The foster parents have the first opportunity to adopt. So that was my thought. And then I don't know, I guess Babe had been looking. I guess, yeah, she had to be looking. And she had her heart set on 3 little boys. And then as time went on, I don't know how she narrowed it down. I'm not sure how when we started like really getting to our paperwork, they were asking us basically, they asked you so many personal questions, like behaviors you're willing to deal with, health issues you're willing to deal with, and things like that. Now, I don't want you all to be like, oh, you're picking and choosing, but you got to know who you are and what you can, what you're not, willing to deal with. But it doesn't mean that I don't feel, or that we don't feel, that every child needs a home and every child needs to be loved, but there is a place for everyone. So, I wouldn't say just go into it and like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it just because I'm going to feel bad. And that it's not for you, or you cannot deal with whatever the issue may be. But we won't go into what we chose as far as behaviors and things like that. The only thing we will say is that we didn't care about an ethnicity. We didn't care about that. Now we did wonder about like language barrier, because the only word I know in Spanish is sí, and I'm probably not even saying that right. That is all that I know. I promise you. Right? Yep, that's all that I know. I might know about 2 more words, 3, but that is not enough to communicate really, with a child. But if a child needed a home and it was a language barrier and they needed a home, we would take them until they could find like a placement where, and so that was that. But anyways, back to what we were saying. All of that went on. Where are we now? What part are we on now?
Well, the little boy that I wanted disappeared.
Oh, one of the little boys that Lex wanted disappeared.
I ain't gonna say disappeared.
He was matched. He didn't disappear. Forgive us for saying disappeared. He was matched. So she was taken back a little bit, but it was okay because she had hopes. We were matched with 3 that they said would be a good compatibility. But one of the ones we were matched with that Lexus was hoping that we could be matched with, he was matched with someone else even before it wasn't like we turned in a home study or anything and they just didn't choose us. Before we even got to that point, he was matched. So we said, okay, it wasn't meant to be. So then Lexus started showing me a little boy, and my heart was like, at first I was like, no. And then I just, one night she fell asleep and I was just going through the website and I looked and I was like, yeah, I think he would be a good match for us. So we jumped on it. We called that state. We were speaking with that case manager after we spoke to our case manager here, and we had reached out to his case manager and asked, what were they looking for and stuff like that. But we already did our whole write-up on our backgrounds as far as like, working with children or different things like that. And we sent it over. And we had a conversation because his work, when we originally reached out to his worker, another worker contacted us back because his worker was on leave of absence. So, once his worker came back, she was like, okay, we're going to present your paperwork to the treatment team. When can you all fly out? So we was like, just say the word. Today, tomorrow. We willing to jump on the plane, fly out, meet them, stay a week and a half, stay 2. Some states do different things as far as how long you have to stay, different things like that. And we were ready. But we'll come back. The battery is flashing. So,
and I'm trying to find the charger.
And my wife is trying to find the charger. So we'll be back.
Okay, y'all. Footage might look a little different because we're on Babe's camera. We was on a new camera, but footage might look a little bit different. But back to what we're saying.
Wait, what you trying to say? My camera look a little dusty?
No, the settings are already on this camera.
Oh.
It just blur out sometimes though.
People will tell you business.
I'm just saying.
We'll tell you business. It be your own people.
So, yeah. So she said that the little boy that had my heart set on, he was 3, and he was matched. And then I fell in love with this other little boy. She was reading up on him while I was sleeping, and ended up falling in love with him. And then, like she said, we started reaching out to the caseworker for that child to figure out what we needed to do. Like she said, we was ready to catch a flight. Same day, basically. But, then we got word that we cannot use our home study for that child. They would have to come here and do their own, or either we would have to go through a private agency here to get another one done. Which wasn't, let me just say, which is not an issue. But when you getting licensed, you go through a lot.
You go through a lot of stuff. They dig up your baby.
She's looking down because she's shopping right now again.
Sorry, you guys. They need some stuff. They need some things. They came with
Y'all don't know who they is until we start talking. Until we finish the story.
Okay, I'll wait then. When you go into your license, we didn't have anything to hide. We told them everything. We have nothing to hide. But it is so much. They ask about your mama, your mama's mama's daddy's mama, and so many personal things. And it's a lot. Not that you're hiding anything, but
it's a lot to do it all over again.
To do it all over.
And you just did it.
and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it because we do want him.
But y'all know, like she said, we don't, of course you're not hiding anything, but you already have so many people in your house already. And we are the type of people, we don't like a lot of people in our space. Yeah. And y'all already know that from when, if y'all OGs, y'all already know that. So it's like to have a new set of people coming in. Walking through. Not that we have anything to hide, because we definitely don't have anything to hide, but they are very intrusive. Yeah. And we're not mad about it. We understand why. Because you bring in somebody's child or children into your home. They're coming from trauma, abuse. Okay. Oh, wow. We're right here. The people is right here. See, y'all, why you ain't pause the camera and tell me that? Why you got to tell me this in front of me? I'm going to take this out anyway. I'm just saying, babe. It be your own people. But, no, leave it in. Let them see how you do me. But, sorry, you guys. I speak loud. But, what was I saying? It's just so much. Like, they rehatch your entire life. If you've been divorced, married, how many times you've been married? How many times? How you met your spouse? How long y'all stayed married?
Were you abused by your spouse? Listen, they go...
And it's a whole packet. Like,
yeah.
we've heard people talk about signing away their life from buying a house. Even she's talked about that. It is worse than that to me.
Yeah. You just need your credit and some money to do your house. But this right here, you would think that they was, no, precious cargo, because the children are precious cargo.
Right.
So we're not mad about it, about going through that, because I don't think they did this back in the day when I was in foster care. It's not possible, because I was in some crummy places, but we'll get to that. But it's a lot mentally, emotionally. It's just a lot, because they bring up so much and they dig, but I don't have nothing to hide. But it's just a lot. And then you got the fire marshal, the workers, all this people coming in and out, going through your things, looking, so let me be honest. If the people would have just said, give me the 14, you just had a license done.
Let's just, but you got to pay for your home study.
But you just go based on what they had and give me this $1,400, we would have gave it. If they would have said, we'll go buy it and $3,000, we would have $10,000. It's just, and I just needed a second. I needed a second to breathe.
Yeah.
This is not our only thing that we have going on. We have businesses. We have regular work. I'm domesticated and I work outside the house. We busy. We booked and busy. So it was a lot. And we're going to do it. I just needed a second. And then we're running straight into the holiday.
Right.
And we have some other things coming up. And I just needed a second. Yeah.
So now we're here. We got our license. We officially got, we got an email copy. We ain't got a hard copy yet. But we got that, I think, about maybe 3 weeks now. 2 or 3 weeks now. And a week after we got it, we got a call. And they said they wanted to place an 8-month-old girl and a 2-year-old boy. Okay. We started scrambling. Like, we know we had stuff. Y'all know we have a goddaughter, so we already have a bunch of baby girl clothes that she cannot wear. We were already preparing for a boy, so we have a ton of boy clothes. It's just the fact of making sure we are clean, but making sure, the house is clean, when they come in.
Well, the house is clean.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we feel like
the house
it's
is
clean, but you feel like it's never clean enough, basically.
Yeah, I never feel like, it's clean. And it's always in order, but I just wanted to do some
extra
cleaning. The people call, and I started dusting. I had to listen. Everything was clean. I'm looking around. Lexus was like, I was like, babe, get the other dust. She was like, what do we do? We just did all this stuff. What are you talking about? But I just got so nervous. I just wanted everything.
This is the first time for everything, so
I just wanted everything to be so. I don't want to say perfect, because nothing's perfect. Let me do my neck.
Well intact.
I don't want y'all to see my double, triple chin. Let me hold my neck. Got plastic surgery.
Oh,
but
Lord.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that's all that was.
So the day goes on. And towards the end of the day, they call us and say that they placed the kids with, I guess, in their county, in their county, in their county or closer to their county.
Right.
So okay, that's that call. Nothing happened. Nothing else happened that week. The next week rolls around, and that brings us to this week. Monday rolls around, and they call and say that they have twin boys, 5. Okay, we'll take them. So we already knew. It was later on in the day when we got that call, so we already knew that 9 times out of 10 they weren't coming the same day. So okay, Bay and I go out, and of course we got to shop because they said that they are 5. We have clothes for boys that are a little bit younger. So we go out and buy 2 of everything.
And I do mean 2 of everything. Spending up all the money.
2 of everything. I think we left Walmart and spent like $3.50 or something like that.
And we only went to Walmart because I got off work late that night. Late that night, I had to do some stuff, and we were just looking for some stuff to get them through
the first day. The first couple of days.
The first couple of days, first week. That's what we were looking for. Because I ordered everything offline. So I was like, okay, I'll go on Carter's, Oshkosh, Belk's, Macy's. Just, you get the drift. Yeah. All of these stores that I usually shop at. But this would get them through while we're waiting for everything to ship. Because we were asking the workers, like, what size clothes do they wear? Right. So we can at least get them through, because we didn't want to buy too small or too big and spend too much money. Said, okay, let's go to Walmart. Let's get this stuff. And once they get here, we'll know sizes, and we'll do our ordering. So we went and spent all this money at Walmart. Right.
Okay. We put the stuff up same night. So it comes to be about 12 o'clock. Okay, this is Monday that we get the call. We get the call Monday about 3:30ish. Okay. Like I said, we do our shopping after she gets off work. We come back, we put all the stuff up, organize it how we want it to be organized. Tuesday rolls around, and it gets to be about maybe 12:30. We haven't heard anything. So we decide we're gonna call and get an update. And that update was they were placed with somebody else closer to their county.
But what was going on, the things with their case that was going on, our agency was trying to figure out why they placed them where they were placed at. For what was going on in their case. They should have been placed quite a distance away from their county.
Right.
So they were trying to figure that out, and I was just like, okay. And don't worry, y'all, we're not trying to be pumped about kids being in foster care. Because I don't want y'all to be like, look at them. How you excited about somebody's child being taken? No, that's not it. We are happy to be able to stand in the gap for children that are in foster care. And I know this both ways. I grew up in foster care. And then I am working clinically behind the scenes now, but I was on the front line as a social worker. So I know what I've seen and things that go on from both sides. So no, we're not excited about people's children who are in foster care being taken, experiencing that trauma. No, we are definitely for reunification when it is healthy and what's in the best interest for them. So I don't want you all to get that drift. We don't want them to get that drift, because they like to get people what we've been reading.
Right.
Okay.
So like we said, those kids were placed either close to their county or in their county. We don't know. We just know that they were placed with another family. So in the midst of calling to get the update, basically we were playing phone tag all day yesterday. I called and left a message to get an update, and then when they called us back to give us the update, they then told us that they had another case that they needed placement for. So that brings us to where we are now. We have a 4-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. They are siblings,
and I love them.
There is another sibling to this set, but we don't have her. We just have the 2 oldest. She is younger than they are, but I think she's also placed in
therapeutic.
Yeah,
she's in a therapeutic foster home as well.
So yeah, so I think we have the 2 that kind of need each other. So here we are, and that's who she's currently shopping for.
I bought 2 little things, and that's what I'm shopping for.
But like I said about all of the stuff that you guys have seen our foster care room tour, and even though we felt that we were kind of prepared, I think we were trying to feel like we were hitting all bases. When we got these two, we started over.
Said no, we're not prepared. We're prepared. We have some stuff, but we needed to go out and tell them that.
Get more stuff. Especially for a girl.
You're right, and definitely for a girl, due to, remember, we had said we wanted...
We were not taking girls.
Not taking girls, not taking big girls.
Oh, yeah.
We were taking little girls, infant to 2.
Yeah.
So the sister would have been a greater match for us.
Yeah.
I feel. But that didn't happen. So then we got her, and like Babe said, you know,
we didn't have anything for bigger girls.
Anything for the girls. So we had to go shopping. So when they were supposed to come, what's today? Tuesday?
They were supposed to come yesterday.
They were supposed to come Tuesday, but they ended up having to get some observations done. So they didn't come Tuesday, and we were out in the store shopping when the worker called and was like, the children have to stay, you know, where they are now. But can we bring them tomorrow? And I was like, if you bringing them, that's just what I told her. I said, y'all, this because it's the same county who was supposed to bring them twins. And I said, we in this store again shopping, and it's fine. If you're not bringing them, just say you're not bringing them. It's fine. Let us move on. And she was like, no. That's why we're calling, to let you all know that, you know, they can't be placed until tomorrow. But would you all be willing to hold the beds? So we said, yeah, we'll hold the beds. No problem. Not a problem at all.
But like, I've only seen a few like foster parents on Instagram. I probably don't follow enough to know. But a lot of the families that I see, they show the easy. I guess that's what it is for social media. They show you what they want you to see.
Yes, God, but
they don't talk about the hard. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I had a breakdown today. I'm just going to be so completely honest and transparent with you guys. I just felt like I was not prepared. I just was not ready.
And let me tell you why we weren't ready. When we are therapeutic foster parents, and we get something, before we take a child in, we get something called a universal. The universal gives you the whole makeup of the child, or each individual child. How many homes they've been placed, why they were placed, if there's any diagnosis, so on and so forth. If there's any allergy, like this, so like
so much information. It's supposed to be.
It supposed to give you a whole makeup. So when we first got the call, and they told us 2 things. They told us something about each child, and Babe was hesitant. She was like, But I said, okay, well, if I take care of that portion of it, would you be okay? And you said what?
I said okay.
She said okay. So that seemed to be the only issue. Right. So we was like, okay, we waiting. We said, cool. That's cool. Let's get it going. They sent over the universal, because we called. Now we did call. Oh, it's a boy. We did call. Now when we read the universal, we did call. We called because what they did was they called us and told us, this is what we have, is a family of this. This is the age. Are you willing to take them? We're going to send you over they told us, but then they said, we're going to send you over the universal so y'all can read. I said, okay, can you send us over the universal and give us about 20 minutes? Because I was on a work meeting. I was in a work meeting. Give me about 20 minutes. Let me read over this. Let me talk to my wife. They said, cool. We read over it. We talked about it. Okay, we could do this. So, this afternoon, they like late morning, they called and said, well, the kids are still coming. They're en route from wherever they're en route from. Because when you have therapeutic, and where we are, if you're a therapeutic foster parent, the foster child or foster children have a therapeutic caseworker in their regular county worker, not even including the guardian ad litem and all of the other people that will be coming around, right? So our therapeutic worker came today. We thought their county worker was coming today, but another worker came today. Okay, so we're waiting. Our therapeutic worker is here because she has to meet the children and so on and so forth. She's already.
Well, she had to go over paperwork with us first,
and then meet the children when they got here.
So we had to do more paperwork.
Lots of paperwork. It's just there is a big difference between regular foster care and therapeutic foster care, and I know that because I've worked in both. So.
Okay, guys, the video was getting a little bit too long, so we're now realizing that this journey is going to be a part 1, part 2.
Our therapeutic worker came and we were going over the paperwork. Then the other worker called Babe's phone to say that they were here with the kids. So we're going to leave it there. Stay tuned.
And we'll come back
for part 2. Stay tuned when I tell you to stay tuned. Okay.
That's how